11 huge Emmerdale spoilers for next week, the 27th of November to the 31st of November 2023. 1. Jacob and Victoria give in to temptation. It's David's birthday, but Victoria and Jacob are feeling awkward as speculation about the identity of Jacob's mystery girlfriend continues to mount. The odds are in favor of Gabby being Jacob's new woman, but David is concerned the subject is taboo because of their connection to the late Leanna Kavanagh, which leaves his stepson feeling even worse. Despite the swirling village gossip, Victoria and Jacob find themselves unable to resist when the opportunity of a free house presents itself. 2. Jacob catches himself in a lie. Throwing caution to the wind, frisky Vic and Jacob end up getting it on in Farah's barn, only for David to unexpectedly arrive home. As the pair scramble to get dressed, Jacob goes downstairs and is confronted by David, who's eager to be introduced to his new love interest. In total panic, Jacob declares it's Gabby he's seeing, while Victoria listens in upstairs, cringing with embarrassment. 3. David discovers the truth. As David leaves, Jacob is confident Gabby will back up his story, but Victoria is thrown into panic when she realizes she has lost a bracelet that David gave to her. Over in the Woolpack, Gabby is puzzled when David starts ribbing her about Jacob. The penny finally drops for the shopkeeper when he walks home and spies Victoria and Jacob through the window in a passionate clinch. 4. David departs the Dales. The discovery of Jacob and Victoria's betrayal turns David's world completely upside down. Struggling to make sense of it all, he comes to the conclusion it would be best if he had a fresh start elsewhere. Later, after sharing emotional goodbyes with his loved ones, David drives out of the place he has called home for the last 17 years and onto pastures new. 5. Caleb and Tracy share another snog. Despite agreeing to keep their distance, it's clear there's unfinished business between Caleb and Tracy. Under the pretense of discussing a business transaction, Caleb pops over to see his nephew's wife and admits his feelings for her. Unable to fight their growing attraction, the lustful duo end up locking lips again. 6. Tracy wrestles with her guilt. The morning after their kiss, Caleb is in the mood for more and asks Tracy to meet him back at his after the pub. Later at Mill Cottage, Caleb is seen drinking a glass of wine as he hands a second to an unknown person. Has Tracy taken him up on his offer? In the aftermath of her latest indiscretion, Tracy vows to make her marriage work and persuades Nate to take the afternoon off together. But when the Dingles gather to celebrate Kane's birthday, flustered Tracy finds herself sitting right next to Caleb. 7. Tracy and Caleb are almost rumbled. As Kane's birthday drinks continue, Tracy finds an excuse to leave the table and heads into the toilet corridor. Caleb follows, and as the chemistry builds, they go in for another kiss, only to nearly get caught in the act by Kane. The close call leaves Tracy rattled, but as Caleb leaves the Woolpack, she finds herself following him. 8. Mac is in turmoil. Elsewhere in the village, an exhausted Mac returns home after another unsuccessful night searching for Chloe and Reuben. Amy, who's also in despair over the pair's disappearance, is shocked by the state of Mac when he confronts her and Matty, desperate for any news. While Mac starts to fear he'll never see his son again, Charity urges him to remain positive and insists he needs to keep on Amy's good side. 9. Amit wants out. After failing to make a connection with Jai and his family, Amit decides it's time for him to return to India. The news comes as a shock to Sunny, who appeals to Laurel to change her mind about Amit so they can convince him to stick around in the village. Later, Laurel approaches Nikki to try and find out why Amit attacked him, as her father-in-law watches on, worried his secret could get out. 10. Sunny dumps Nikki. Sunny arranges to have a night out with Nikki, Gabby and Ethan, but starts to wonder if he can actually trust his boyfriend. Fearing Nikki has exposed his secret, he calls time on their relationship, but then regrets being so hasty. With his head all over the place, Sunny tries to distance himself from Amit, and it seems their relationship is beyond repair. Will Amit be able to restore the peace before 11. He returns Gail home? Tries to help Ryan. Things are awkward between Gail and Ryan, after he went behind her back and tried to make contact with their son Oscar. Knowing his intentions were honorable, Gail decides she wants to help Ryan be more open with his feelings. She urges him to be honest with her, hoping this way they'll be able to emotionally reconnect and face the future together.
Xin chào các bạn đã quay trở lại với kênh Spoiler. Vừa rồi các bạn đã theo dõi một